This Ebola outbreak could become Africa's worst yet, and if that warning isn't enough to command global attention, it's difficult to know what is. Health officials are raising concerns that the outbreak in the Democratic Republic of the Congo has the potential to become one of the most severe Ebola crises the continent has faced in recent history. Yet outside of Africa, the story barely seems to register on the international agenda. That should concern everyone. Africa has battled multiple Ebola outbreaks over the years, and the organisations monitoring this situation are not known for making dramatic statements without reason. The challenge this time is that the virus is spreading in a region already dealing with instability, insecurity and displacement, making containment efforts far more difficult than they would otherwise be. What stands out is the contrast in attention. Around the world, governments and media outlets remain fixated on conflicts, political disputes and diplomatic arguments elsewhere, while a potentially devastating health emergency receives comparatively little coverage. It often feels as though some tragedies are measured not by the number of lives at risk, but by their proximity to powerful nations and their interests. The reality is that disease does not recognise borders. Viruses are indifferent to politics. They do not care whether a country is rich or poor, influential or forgotten. History has repeatedly shown that outbreaks ignored in their early stages can become far more difficult to control later on. This is why the situation deserves far greater attention than it is currently receiving. The communities affected need medical support, funding, expertise and resources while there is still an opportunity to contain the outbreak. Waiting until the crisis reaches an even more dangerous stage helps nobody. Perhaps some of the nations currently investing enormous amounts of political energy into arguments taking place elsewhere could turn their attention towards helping prevent a humanitarian disaster from escalating further. Because if the warnings issued today prove accurate, future generations may look back and wonder why the world had time for every other crisis except the one health experts were actively warning about. For now, the people living through this outbreak continue to bear the burden. They face uncertainty, fear and loss while hoping the international community pays attention before it is too late. This has been the JR Voice. Stay tuned for more unpacking of global headlines.